Yeah, we'll set it up right now. Wait, I got you.
You good?
Oh, we're super good. Okay, guys, welcome to the 9th episode of El Escandalo. Joining me today, a really, really great old friend from the way. We got Dae'Muhn Fuller. Day, thank you so much for being here with me, man.
What's up, brother, man? Nice seeing you, man.
Hey, so Day, we haven't talked in, I believe, like an extremely long time. So catch me up, bro. What have you been up to? What have you been doing? What's going on?
So I had moved to the Tampa area, and I've been
After we graduate.
Yeah, after we graduated, I had moved to the Tampa area. Well, actually, I was in Tallahassee.
I know you went to school with Diego,
Yeah,
bro. He always talks to me about all that stuff, bro.
I was up there with Diego, and then after that, I had moved to the Tampa area, and then right now I'm just over there doing everything I need to do. I started with the Daywear thing, doing the Daywear thing, and making connections and connecting with people.
Well, of course, you founded your own clothing brand at an extremely young age, and ultimately, this is what happened. Say Julio forever. Don't worry, forget it. You founded Daywear, and bro, as somebody who also founded an organization, I feel like we as entrepreneurs don't really talk about some of the things that we go through, or how it's like creating an organization. So I want to ask you, since I don't know too much, where did you come up with the idea? How did it all come to be? Did you always want to get into fashion? Because you played football with me, and you were really good at football. So what was the switch? Was it always there?
Nah, it was. I'm not pretty sure it was always there, but some people tell me like I should like take a look back at all the like projects I did that had something to do with fashion or art and anything like that, and I actually did well. So, we played football, right? So you get hooked on to the football thing, and then it end up not working out. So you gotta adjust to that whole thing.
Because some people we had expectations, right? Yeah. And a whole lot of people that we played with, and just so you guys know, we are products of Cavalier Nation. We're Pollard babies, And apart from having a great coaching staff, there were a lot of kids that we played with that really thought they were going to go somewhere.
Yeah.
Luckily, we had the Buddy is now in the NFL. We have other people that are soon to be prospects, but that's not for everybody. That's the reality.
It's not for everybody. So in that process, I had to adapt. Some people fail, some people give up and give out. But in that process, like I said, I was like, yo, what I'm gonna do next? What can I do? And I ain't gonna lie, I got lost for a little bit. I got lost for a while.
Where did that trajectory go? So, because you didn't obviously start with clothing. Like, what did you when you start like? So, what was the moment when you're like, yo, this isn't gonna be it? Because I'll tell you mine.
Thing?
Yeah, because I'll tell you mine.
Oh, so when I went to Tally and I started like losing love for the game, and I was waking up and I'm like, yo, damn, like I don't really want to keep chasing it. Keep going after a dream that seemed like it's not going to come true at all. It's like never going to come true. So I'm just like, what's the thing I can do to give me the same feeling football gave me?
Okay. So let's talk about that feeling that football gave you. So at least to me, and I think I figured that out because obviously, and I always go back to this story, and I'm open and honest. I quit the football team senior year.
Yeah.
Like, that's some real shit.
I remember that. It was too much.
So I quit over some girl drama bullshit.
Yeah.
And I've talked to Pollard a great deal about it after.
Yeah.
And it's so stupid because I think I let my hubris, right? Like when we were in high school, they would talk about like Oedipus Rex and all of these Greek shits, right? And point is like your pride, like I let me get in the way of that, and ultimately I let my team down because I put over a girl, not because I didn't want to play.
Yeah, we needed a O-line at that time too, so it was just like, damn, they're gone, man.
Come on.
But yeah, so I adapted, and one day I was sitting in my room. To be honest, I was sitting in my room, and I'm just like, yo, like my homeboy hit me up. He like, yo, let's go to the mall. So we go to the mall one day, and I'm in the mall. I'm looking at stuff. It's around springtime, so the malls don't have anything.
Right.
So I'm in the mall. I'm like, yo, like I can't find anything. I'm just like, yo, I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna make my own stuff. I'm gonna make my own stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna make my own stuff. So I went back and
Did you get like a machine? I know there's like different.
No machine.
No machine. So
I was on Spreadshirt. I forgot the website, but I remember Spreadshirt for sure.
Spreadshirt.
So I'm on Spreadshirt. I'm like, yo, like what can I put? Should I put sayings and sayings
or like
logo? Like like what can I do?
So that's how you start. That was your initial creative process.
Yeah. So I'm like, what can I do, man? And I'm like, I'm gonna just put sayings, or I'm gonna go with whatever trending. on the internet, you know. So I put like a lady smoking, like, and stuff like
trendy
that. Like,
shit. You were just experimenting.
Just trendy stuff. And then a week later, it hit me like I saw a logo in my head, the Heartbreaking logo, and stuff like that.
And that's what your logo is now.
So I'm just like, yo, I'm gonna figure out a way to put it on the shirts. Mind you, I don't know how to graphic design. I don't know how to do
at the time.
At the time, I don't know how to graphic design.
Right. And at this time, you're in Tallahassee. You just left high school. You're in your head. You're feeling like, yo, this football stuff isn't going. So it's a transitory period.
I gotta adjust, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't. I saw the design in my head. So I'm just like, yo, I gotta figure out a way to put this on paper the way it's in my head, you know. So I went back home. I went on the computer and I just drew the logo out. And
what did you use? Was it like a paint, or like at that point?
Was,
do you now use like a stylus?
Sketchbook Pro.
And you at that point already kind of like we're playing with it?
Yeah, when I'm playing with it. This is like, mind you, this is my first time doing this ever. So I'm just playing with it, and I got it the closest I could get it to looking like the logo that I wanted. And then I was like, yo, I'm gonna put it on shirts. So I ended up putting it on shirts. I uploaded the Spreadshirt, put it on a couple shirts, and I went from there. And
so that was the inception of Daywear. So obviously your name's Dae'Muhn, and it has to do with your name.
Yeah.
Okay. Sure. But you know, I think it's also like a play on word, like a day, like an actual calendar day.
Actually, that's what it is. I put the E in there to add swagger to it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like Daywear.
Like it's
Daywear
like your ad, like because it's almost like it rolls so simply off the tongue.
Yeah.
Because it's Daywear. Like it's what I wear during the day.
During the day, everyday wear, you know.
Yeah. Okay. So what is like your vision with the clothing? Who do you want to target? Like, do you make clothes for everybody, or is it for a certain type of person? Like, when you design, who do you design for?
So the whole thing with the heart, the broken heart, a lot of people take it like, oh, it's for people who's hurt and stuff, like sad and all that type of stuff. It's not a dark brand. It's just for people who go through things and don't show it, you know. So it's a chance for them to show their heart outside their chest, you know.
So so I'm really interested in that, because that brings in how do I say, like, how men in society are seen. So I remember, and I'll just bring back the football because that's something that we both lived, is that when we were going through something, and if we like opened up like, hey bro, I'm feeling XYZ, nah, you a bitch. No. You know, and then you would get bullied. Okay. And that was this like, and it was a very toxic environment, like toxic masculinity, no really doubt. Toxic. But like, what does that say about where we are now? Like, I think it's okay to express your feelings.
It's okay. It's okay to express. It's okay to help open up. You know, you never know who's listening to you. You never know who went through the same thing and could help you get through that and let you see, like, yo, you're not the only one going through it. Everybody go through it. You know?
And I just think it's stupid how there's this like expectation that men don't have feelings or men can't. And obviously Daywear is for men and women. Men and women, but I'm just talking about more like, because, you know, women, it's okay for women to be emotional or whatever the case is, socially speaking. Yeah. So apart from the shirts, so we're making clothes for all types.
Everybody. 7 billion people in the world, you know.
And they all gotta wear clothes.
Yeah, they all gotta wear clothes.
That's an interesting way of seeing like your market, right? Because I'll tell you how I see my political stuff, right? I'm like, people ask me like, Nadir, are you Republican or Democrat? Right? Like, right? And I work with both because I pick the candidates, but it would be stupid for me to say no to 50% of my market because there's only two, you feel me?
Yeah.
But I like how you see it. It's like everybody gotta wear clothes.
Everybody gotta wear clothes, you know. So
what do you think sells clothes best? Like digital ads, literally trying them on? How does somebody like see apparel? Because obviously there's 1,000,001 places to get get clothing from, right? Yeah. Like you're not reinventing the wheel per se. So how do you stand out in an industry that's so like flooded per se?
So yeah, like you said, it's flooded, but you know, just not sticking with the wave and not going with the wave. If you go with the wave, you will die with the wave. Once the wave die, you done. You know?
What do you think has been the wave before Corona? And do you think there's a new wave after Corona?
Yeah. The wave before Corona was like just skinny clothes, you know, tight jeans, tight shirt, whatever, tight pants, tight sweatshirt. But now it's like moving into like a whole like
almost like a futuristic.
Yeah, it's like futuristic, like looser.
Minimalistic.
More pockets.
You think?
More pockets. You know, more pockets.
So what's up? Okay. So check me out.
Freestyle.
You You were in a frat. I was in a frat.
Yeah.
Why do the frats tell you that more pockets are bad?
I don't know.
Like, what's up with that? Like,
yeah, I don't know. But like I said, it shifted to way more pockets, more colors. I think now artists get to actually
have more creative involvement.
Yeah, they get to be more creative. You know, without having someone to tell them like, no, that's too much, or oh, don't do this because it's too like it'll mess up what you have going on, like what you have going on.
Right, because ultimately, so a couple of questions now. I want your thoughts on Kanye West and kind of what he did. I mean, I see you wearing the minimalistic shoes, so I think you have great affinity. You already see how I'm coming through. Yeah. But what I'm trying to say is, how do you think? What are your opinions on him? And I'll tell you a little bit. Yeah, and I'll tell you a little bit about Kanye as well.
West, man, he the guy, man. I love Kanye, man. I like how he speak his mind. I like how he don't let nobody tell him nothing, and he believe in himself. If you don't believe it, he believe it, you know, and he's gonna push it until you start.
And if other people don't believe it, he's still gonna stand by it.
He's still gonna stand by it.
And I think that's a testament that's a little harder to do, especially nowadays when people, you know, group think is a very like when you go to school and kind of this whole like societal thing, it forces us to conform and to stick by like the norm. So, and one of the things about entrepreneurs is like, it's a risk, bro, because you take your time, your money, your effort. Yeah. And if it doesn't work out, you lost all that.
You lost.
Yeah. So, you know, one of the things with being an employee or like working for somebody, that's the giveaway is security.
Yeah.
So did you ever feel at times like it wasn't going to work? Where did you seek your motivation in those low points? And was there any person or movement or idea that kept you going or inspired you along the way?
I mean, it all goes back to the story of me just trying, you know, me telling you that when I told you that I tried the whole thing and I put it on shirts.
Yeah.
And I first I was selling to my friends, to be honest.
And again, I got on the hype because obviously we followed each other and I was like, yo, I love the little heart thing. And so it was just local.
First I was selling to my friends and I'm just like, yo, like, they think it's hot because they my boys, you know, and they not gonna tell me it's not hot. What made me see like,
I'm so sorry to cut you off, bro, but your friends will want to support you.
Yeah.
So do you think that at that time it was hot, or were they like trying to not hurt your feelings?
Nah, mind you, I didn't know what I was doing. I was just putting stuff on shirts. Like I didn't know. So they was like, yo, bro, you got something. So I'm just like, dude, you know, I'm gonna just keep trying. So I put it on something else, and then I released a collection, my first collection, and then it sold out. And then I'm just like, yo, like maybe I am good at this. Good at this whole thing. And then one day it just hit me like, yo, like I dropped another collection, and then half sold out, and then the other half didn't sell out. And I'm just like, yo, like I don't think this whole thing is for me, because now it's hitting me. When your friends supporting you, it leave.
Right.
But now it's you by yourself. Now you're targeting the world.
Like different people that don't know your brand. Yeah. And again, in an industry that's so saturated. So here's my next question. Do you think, like, how do you measure success? Because, you know, measuring success in clothing, I imagine, has to do somewhat with units sold.
Yeah.
The revenue that you make, or overall the exposure or the impact that you have. Politics, we measure success by like winning elections, but you know, whatever. Yeah. So do you measure success in like your happiness and how much you do? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how do you go about that?
Well, my success, the way I measure success with this whole thing is just like knowing that I get up to dress, you get up to dress, everyone in here get up to dress,
every single day.
And just seeing somebody wear my merch, you know, wear my brand, that makes me happy. Knowing that they went in their closet and they said, I'm gonna wear this, or I'm gonna wear this. And then when it came down to the come down, they picked the Daywear shirt. And that makes me happy. Not the money, not the hype, like none of that stuff make me happy. It's just seeing people wear my stuff, you know, that make me feel like I'm doing something, you know. It's not about having a highest brand.
So have you ever had like an encounter where you're just like walking around and you see somebody wear your stuff?
Yeah,
like in public, multiple times. And then you're like, yes.
Yeah, multiple times at a mall. One time at a mall, and then in Tampa they support me, so sometimes I see it in Tampa and I'll be like, yo, that's crazy.
So as an entrepreneur, what was your like plan? Did you first start with the shirts, or then did you focus on like the distribution, or like you obviously have an online store? So how did you go about setting that up? Like,
so first I started off, like I said, I started off in my room. You know, I was printing shirts, taking shirts from Spreadshirt, and I didn't know how much it cost to print. I didn't know about t-shirt companies.
Like the logistics, the whole thing.
I didn't know about none of this stuff. So I went online and on YouTube, and I was watching someone make shirts, and it popped up like, yo, you have to go to t-shirt companies to make shirts. So I searched up the nearest t-shirt company.
And the different distributors.
Near me. So I searched it up, and I was paying t-shirt companies double the money
for the same material.
Yeah, for the same material. And I started to notice, like, somebody told me, my friend ended up telling me, like, yo, Day, you know what? Like, you're not a designer if you can't make it yourself. You paying people, and
like, you can't, because you were at that point outsourcing all of these, like, obviously the shirts, the printing of it. So now you're in-housing them?
And now I'm in-housing.
Fire.
So like I said, I was paying these people, and then I moved to Tampa. When I moved to Tampa, I had enough time on my hands to literally like lock it in and focus, because there's no distractions up there. It's not, you know, people running around trying to get to it, you know. So when I sat down, I'm just like, yo, you know what? I hit up my boy. I'm like, we should start making our own stuff. We should start making our own clothing.
And no matter how long it takes. Assets.
Yeah, no matter how long it takes. That's why I had like a setback last year with the whole brand, because behind the scenes I was learning how to screen print, how to use vinyl, how to do the transfer paper, what's the best paint, what's the best transfer paper.
I was learning trial and error.
I was learning all that stuff
which
the scenes.
Definitely probably takes money, because if you don't have trial and error, like, damn madre. So you really had to just play with it. Like at that point, it's just time invested. Time invested.
In the beginning, like I said, I was spending so much money on t-shirt companies and not knowing they taxing me for colors. They taxing me for colors. They taxing me for fabrics.
A bunch of stuff that isn't even
a whole bunch of stuff that it's not even worth it at that point. You know, and it's like I said,
because you could get like 2 for 1 at that point.
Yeah, at that point. Yeah. And now I'm behind the scenes, I see that, but I just started like last year. I went in the hole, you know, and I just started working on screen printing and all this stuff like that.
You know, that brings me back to when Kanye West was talking about how he's going to, and this is back when like Donald Trump was president and they were like linking up and stuff, where he was talking about, because you know how he bought all that land in Cody, Wyoming? Yeah. Like, and now he's making like a factory, like
he got his own factory.
Whatever. So he's talking about creating and manufacturing the textiles in which he prints his clothes. So he's he farms it on the land. Yeah, he cultivates it. Obviously, for you to do that, that's how you need it, right?
I need millions.
No, you need farmers.
I need millions of dollars.
That's crazy. But at scale, you know, he's talking about sustainable clothing. And now we're talking about this whole clothing process. I'm thinking about how much waste gets produced in the textile industry that you're in. So, like, how much waste really, like, when you create, how much of it like gets discarded or thrown away?
I say like probably like 10% of it.
But is there really that much waste in it? Because in terms of like sustainability, like you know how the global climate change people always like crabbing about stuff, right? Yeah. And they talk about how clothing and the manufacturing of, you know, not just one piece of, like, you know, like the millions upon millions of pieces of clothing that get manufactured and all the energy it takes, about sustainability. So, like, what do you think about, does that take away from like the quality of clothing, or like what determines, is it the material?
It's the material. It's the material. People like to feel good. You know, they like to wear things that really make them feel cool, chilling. You know, and like I said, 10% of that stuff goes to waste. You know, like you get projects that you start. You start your projects, and then you think, yo, I need this type of material, I need this type of fabric.
But it changes.
It changes. So you never know like what you actually need until you get close to making a final product. So you have to toss it. You have to get rid of that stuff.
And so you obviously have your own company, you set it up, but have you worked with other brands? Do you network with other like creators and other people that have other clothing brands? What's like?
So I had a couple offers on the table to work with other brands, but like I said, I'm not really ready for that right now. So what I've been doing, I've been teaming up with people in Tampa like Johnny Drip. It's like art studios and stuff like that. We come together and we make stuff. So I teamed up with Johnny Drip, you know, at Ybor City, and we made like a small collab. I teamed up with him again on the Black Lives Matter.
Is that when you had the like the pop?
The pop-up, yeah.
That shit look nice.
That's why I had the
pop-up. I like that
one. Yeah. And teamed up with him again and did the whole Black Lives Matter thing. So
is that what you brought?
Yeah, I brought the Black.
I think we got to do the D-Box. You got to do the D-Box,
yeah,
bro.
Something in that box, man. So this is some of the stuff here. You know, I make stuff for women and men. You know, so these are some shorts here that we.
Oh, got it. No, that's heavy. That always falls.
Some shorts here that we have.
Oh, so that's for the girls.
For women. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I know these types.
We have these.
Wait, time out. Those are the dangerous ones.
Yeah. You know.
Those are the shorts that you wear at the crib when you're cleaning
when
up.
You're chilling, yeah.
When you're not going anywhere.
Yeah.
You might wear those to go to Publix to pick up some groceries, but you're only gonna be out for like 30 minutes.
Yeah. I
know those types. Those are dangerous.
Some of this stuff you'll be seeing on the website.
You laugh too because you don't know what's on
Some of the stuff you'll be seeing on the website though. So we make I have this releasing in 2 weeks. This shirt right here.
Just a simple print, just a plain, standard.
Yeah, standard.
But you know, I always love like the beige pastel colors. Those ones are fucking.
And then we're gonna put the embroidery here.
Okay.
The heart. Yeah.
Oh, like really small.
Yeah, really small.
Okay.
So we have this shirt right here. This is also coming out next month. You know.
Okay, but see that. So this is the iconic heart logo. So again, he's not a sad boy. He's just in tune with his emotions. You see what I'm saying?
This is for you, huh?
Oh my God, I appreciate it, bro.
And you'll start seeing like the eye. You know, sometimes you'll start seeing the eye. And
oh man, and I told you I love the beige. I love the beige.
And then we have, you know, sometimes we style bleach right here.
Of course,
got the bleach on the sleeve right here. Tag, you know, with the barcode.
So and then you can scan that.
Yeah, soon you're gonna be able to scan that and
post
that on the site,
bro.
And then this is the basic.
No. The scanning barcode.
Yeah.
Well, no, we're gonna talk about that because if you put that on a campaign shirt, and I was like, "Hey, Tom, I need to scan my little thing. Take it to my website." So, hey, yo, time out. And the thing is, it's not tacky though.
Yeah.
Because it goes with like the
It goes with the whole flow. It's not like I said. You don't do too much. You know, it all comes.
Because that's the thing, like. It's a very more is less.
Yeah,
you got to be more is less. You can't be too like ostentatious.
Yeah.
We're not no peacocks. We no flamingo. Yeah. You already see the Daywear from a mile away.
Yeah. So this summer you'll start seeing the heart more.
Yo, if you open that up and I got a little like Naruto vibes.
You know? Yeah.
So would you ever dabble with like anime?
I mean, if it come to me, you know, I sit down in the shop, bro, and I just make stuff. You know, stuff come to my head all day. Like I'm looking at your shirt, you know, and stuff popping up in my head.
Yeah.
You know, stuff popping
and it inspires you.
Yeah, it inspires me. So we have this one also. These.
The little like. That's the tank.
Yeah, this all you, brother. I made this for you. You
know? No, stop playing,
bro. You, you know?
Oh my God, yo, the little this shit.
Yeah, I got you, man. I got you. I'm like, I remember you wearing those shirts in the locker room all the time.
You understand how hard these go in the gym?
Yeah,
dude, and you remember Andy, how he would like aggressively put them all, like all the way down.
All the way down.
See, I'm not built like that, but if I was, I'd put them all the way down.
And then, so you'll be seeing most of the stuff that I just showed
online. So go ahead, bro. Tell them where they can find the merch.
You can find it on at www.daywearapparel.com.
And where can they find you on social media?
Instagram, Daywear_, or you can find me at my Instagram, El Padrino15, or type in Dae'Muhn Fuller. And then I don't know if you want to talk about
no, this is the most important one. Yeah. No. Take it out. No. That one's an important one. No, take it out.
Yeah.
This one is a super important one.
Every Black History Month, you'll see these. Very important. You know, I got the people who died from police brutality in the front.
But more importantly, I think the and then you got in the back.
You know, so I have two versions. One that says Black Lives Matter, and then you know some of the people in the culture they buy this one.
Well, either way, Dae'Muhn, I think it's a great thing because being socially active and you have a platform to speak on injustices and the issues that happen in our community.
Yeah.
So, man, thank you so much for coming through, for spending time with us, man. Is there anything you want to say to anybody else?
I mean, just look out for the brand, you know. Everything coming. It's coming. You know, this year doing big things. You know, we're gonna turn it around and do what we got to do. You know, run away from the wave.
Well, hey, on the 10th, I don't even know what it is, 9th, 10th. Point being is, Dae'Muhn, thank you so much for joining us. Guys, make sure to check out Daywear. And more importantly, look at that camera where we say bye. And I'll see you guys in 2 weeks. 2 weeks, okay? Because next week we are in Colorado finishing up the COVID campaign. All righty, guys, take care. Thank you so much.
All right, thanks for having me.